everybody is driving in. It's going to get super busy even today. This is the registration, so all the cars have to come here first to pick up their the packets, the information packets that they have registered for, and that is happening here at the Best Western Plus Shoreview. So this is the first stop, and then after this the cars go into the fairgrounds tomorrow, and that's where the party begins. Alright, Matt, I'm going to film you, so I'll get the car after. Tell me, what's the classic you brought here to the show?
It's a 1978 LTD2, and we actually have a green one at home. And my husband over there, the green one, is the first car he ever drove.
No.
Yeah, so his son dragged this one in from Pahrump, Nevada. It was a piece of garbage. It was supposed to be for parts. I couldn't even stand sitting in it. And we put new interior in it, just buffed it out. It's a Survivor. We just put the stripes on. It had 4 different wheels on it. And so we bought wheels and rims.
Yep.
And if you look at the flyer, it exactly matches the flyer, which is right here, the original flyer for the car.
Wow, look at that.
Yep. And the windows look like somebody poured milk on them. They're all white.
Right.
And I knew he would drive the car, even with the 4 different wheels. One was a trailer wheel, so I scrubbed all the windows.
You did that.
And made them clear. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And we were able to buy custom, the same carpet that the car came with. I bought that because he said then I can't put the seat in until we get the carpet.
That's the carpet.
Yeah,
the
the
car
carpet
actually
was
came in. Wow.
Custom made, $129. It's the original color.
Wow.
Yep. And it's oh, he should start talking about the engine. The thing drives like a dream. It drives like a boat. It's so comfortable to drive, and it actually gets really good gas mileage. And,
We can really appreciate that in today's
right.
prices.
Yep.
Wow, okay. And you were actually part of the restoration process as well, a big family affair.
Yeah, when we first got it, it had a leather seat in it, had a big hole in it. Came from Nevada, and we didn't even know it would start. And so they had me sit in it, push it into place. They go, this is the only time I'm ever going to sit in this car. They said, watch out, there might be a rattlesnake under the seat. And I was like, I'm never going to this car again. No, I drive it.
Now you drive it. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. And I love the fact that it's a driver as well, and it's been restored to the exact same look that it originally
that's the original
was launched
flyer.
with. Wow.
Yep, look at that.
Wow. Now you said, see, these, my golden stories are the ones where someone has a car and they've had it forever, or it was their first car and then they restore it. And you said you've got one exactly like that.
We've got a green one. Joe, come here. She told us a story on your car, and I'm telling it. Oh. Yeah, so he's got a green version of this car, and it has a bigger engine in it, and he likes to do burnouts in it. This one you can't. This is the owner, Joe Langevin.
Hi.
loving
My green one
your
has
car.
a 460 and this one has a 50 and 302.
Can we check the hood?
Yeah, it's kind of dirty.
It's all right.
It's actually
so
really
what?
dirty.
The best ones are the ones that have got a bit of dirt on them.
It's got Nevada too.
Oh, yeah. Dirty. Like I said, I haven't cleaned it up yet.
All right. So what's going on there under the hood?
It's just a stock 302.
Tell her how we got it. We thought
I bought it for a parts car for my green car. I got a green one with white stripes.
Okay, so you got this car with the intention to tear it apart and use it for parts.
Yes.
His son bought it for him, parts for the green car. That's how it
My
started.
green one's got a big block, a 460.
And what made you think otherwise, to think that you can restore it?
Because they only made 241 of them this color. And it ran, and we didn't know it ran, and it ran. And I told her, this car just went from a parts car to a project car, and just took 4 years in the making here of this. And it's never been painted. We never painted
And it's
it.
never been painted. I mean, that is absolutely amazing.
We just got all
Look
the
at that.
mechanical stuff done.
That's original
Yep,
stuff
that's
right there.
It's a Survivor.
It's
Yep.
a Survivor.
So the stripe, it was all washed out from the sun white, and the only thing we did is put the stripes on just recently.
It's an original red stripe car, But see, it was in Nevada. It turned to white.
Of course.
The sun faded it.
Yep.
So I just had it buffed out and restriped it. That's all I did.
It
And
came out
put all the
great. You would
material
never
in.
have things. So even the body, you haven't restored anything. It's its own body.
They call that a survivor. But we just buffed it out,
Of course.
waxed it in his friend's garage who he.
But I had to
That's
gut
fine.
it. The interior was totally gone.
I heard.
Yeah, I had to go to Kentucky to get the interior for it. and stuff.
Well, you've done an amazing job. It looks great. Looks
She
great.
was mad at me at first, and I said, "Give me 4 years. You're gonna love it." Now she
Only 4 years.
took 4 years. and
Because
here
I
it is.
didn't want him to dump money in them 2 cars.
I can understand that.
But then, now I think I like this one better than the green one currently.
No.
You know, this one's getting our attention.
What's the horsepower? 200. That's why it would be smooth as well.
Oh, yeah. So actually, we're gonna get a different exhaust on
Okay.
it. So it, you know, it's noisier. But we've got this guy in Buffalo, Minnesota. He's like mad scientist with mufflers.
Okay.
So he'll listen, take everything off, listen
To make it more
with your
noisy.
Yeah.
Well, I love the noise of cars. The louder they are,
Me too, and
the better.
except when I'm going to get groceries and I gotta use one of these cars.
Oh, you got to turn
You know,
on your car and the neighbors
mama
are around.
coming out of the grocery store.
Oh, good for you. I love that. That's good for you. That's great. Yeah, but you guys excited for the show?
Yes, yeah, we go every single day. So we're gonna, after
you see
this,
the
we're gonna register
brochure?
the car and then go get
See
our
the
camp.
brochure in Jackson?
I did. That's
I know. Let's start
Do it
paying
again?
attention to that. So we will go to the state fairgrounds. Our friends have a family there, and we go to the same camp. We set up a camp there, you know, with a awning, and we have our own hot dogs and drink beer all day. So we're gonna be drinking beer for 4 days and walking around the state.
Oh,
fair.
sounds like a very fun event, and I'm going to be getting as much footage as I can for the people who missed out. They can see what they missed out on, and for future participants to know exactly what they're getting into. Now, what's happening here behind me is safety check. Now, I do want to know about the safety checks that's happening here and from the MSRA.
No beans. Left turn.
I guess because it's such a big event, 10,000 plus cars, we need to make sure all the cars are in good working order, and especially when they're so old and being such a classic. I'm guessing that's why the safety team is here, but I will ask him.
Checks it. Now I've been driving it all over for the past year. 2 years.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's safe.
I didn't get pulled over.
Yep. So you do this for every single car?
Just people that are willing to do it.
Well, that's a nice attitude. You can still say that with a smile.
You can say, no, we don't want to see it.
It's required for a board. If somebody wants to then it's
So
required.
there is awards. See, now I found out recently, I was asking people around, and I asked on the Facebook page as well, I said, is there awards? Is there classes of awards? Everyone's like, no, you clearly haven't been. And I said, no, I haven't been. It's my first time. But the other car shows, they all have got awards.
Yeah.
You know, they've got Pontiac class, they've got... Anyway, they said, no, there is no awards. But I am going to find out, as I did just now, that there is a Car of the Year award. So we're going to try and hunt down some more of the event coordinators and hassle them and ask them the questions about what are the awards involved, and last year's winners, if possible, to see if we can get them.
That's right hand drive. This baby, you might have a nice $8,000 ride.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Look at this truck.
That's a real ad to get someone's attention. 1927 Ford T Touring. Truck of the 20s. It's a beautiful Thunderbird. One of the best features for me with the Thunderbird is definitely the wheels. You see that? It just looks so sleek, especially the fact that it is so low.
You're looking around, it's going to help me. Jumping. What you using this? Using the curve. Yeah, I know this one. I get it from Bob.
I'm Rana.
What?
Rana.
Hi, Ryan. Bob.
Bob.
Hi.
Bob just told me that I can drive off with his car.
Yeah, take it home. But you got to take it all the way home.
Well, all the way home right now would be Tennessee.
I know. Oh, Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Oh.
That's going to change his mind because he's thinking I'm going to go back to Australia and there's no way I can put that on the plane. But Tennessee, so is the offer still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hesitant. It's beautiful, it's absolutely beautiful. This color, definitely like this color. Everybody, so I've got Jeff here who's got 40 cars, 30 cars, 30. And what do we have here with us?
My 1972 Ford F100.
Yep.
It's more of a survivor truck. It's all original except for the wheels on it. And I just kind of use it for daily driver.
Did you, well, you didn't restore. What did you restore besides the engine?
The engine isn't restored. No, the only thing I've done is carburetor work on it, air cleaner and fluid changes. Otherwise, it's all original paint, original interior. I changed the wheels on it. Mechanically went through the brakes.
Okay.
Make sure everything's safe.
Why don't we open up the hood and maybe you can tell us what people need to do if they are wanting to keep the original engine. What is some of the main things you got to do to keep it running?
This is the original 306 cylinder in it. But the only thing is like fuel stabilizer for the fuel, is it gummed up in there with some of this ethanol gas that we have nowadays. After it sits, it gels up, plugs up ports in the carburetor and stuff.
So what did you do to that?
This one here, I just replaced the carburetor. I found a carburetor at a swap meet.
And that was it?
And that was it.
And that kept it in, okay.
Yep, runs good. Yeah, something in the other carburetor, I tore it apart, cleaned it and stuff. I could never get it to run right.
Yeah.
Put this one on, it runs like a top.
And what do you think that makes it like that? It was just kept in good nick when...
Yeah, I don't know. Someone in California had this truck and just kind of kept it on the farm and didn't run it to the ground anyway.
Okay.
I mean, a battery blew up in it once, and so it's got some acid rust under here that I got to stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a truck you got to drive. You got to work to drive it. It's got manual steering, manual brakes.
Well, look, you've got a good eye
Stick shift.
because you bought this, and obviously it was a very good find.
Yeah.
What made you think it was a good truck and that it was going to keep running with little work?
Well, I wasn't worried about the engine because I want to change the engine anyways. I was just looking for a good body on it. Looking for a rust-free body.
Rust-free
The
body.
stuff under here doesn't really.
Yeah.
I don't really consider it too much rust. It's surface rust.
Now the thing with rust, so we can, it grows, doesn't it?
Yes.
And sometimes people like to be sneaky where they cover it up.
Yep. Now this one you can see what you got here. I mean, it's original paint on it.
Original paint.
Original paint. Yeah. Just turned 100,000 miles.
So if
It's
someone
brand new again. Back to zero.
back to zero. If someone's buying or wanting to get something out of a junkyard, when it comes to rust, what should they look for to make sure they get something that's not going to be a...
Well, underneath the floorboards and stuff, especially if you're looking at Mustangs and stuff, they're unibody. They don't have a frame on them. They rust out real bad, and it's a lot of work to change them
Right.
floorboards
And
out.
that would be under...
Yeah, it'd be way under.
It would be way under.
Like this one here's got a frame under it, so
Yeah.
these are pretty heavy duty. But the floorboards where your feet sit and stuff,
That's where you'd be able
that's
to
where they
tell.
rust out bad. And on the Mustangs, they're unibody, and that attached right to the sheet metal frame. They're not real thick,
Okay.
and they like to rust through too.
Okay.
So even down south, even the moisture rust down there.
And 30 cars, what would be the best car that somebody could invest in if they're looking at getting a classic and restoring it?
Well, whatever they like.
Whatever they like,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, everybody's
Yeah.
got their own personal taste, what they like.
Yep.
People like pickups, people like coupes, they like fastback Mustangs.
What's an easy
And
car to restore?
convertibles are usually
Well, the convertibles are the...
the high dollar cars.
Yeah. And they would require the most work as well, wouldn't
It
they?
depends on where you find it. You can find a cream puff somewhere.
Okay.
You look around enough, there's something out there. It doesn't matter what kind of budget you want to spend. Yeah.
And what's the, out of the 30 cars you've had, what's been the easiest to restore? Less time consuming, less money?
Oh, God, I don't know if you can say there's one.
No, fair enough.
There's not one. I mean, this one, you know, when I restore it, I'll probably pull this off the frame and redo it. And
You'll do that to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually I will, yeah. I kind of hate it right now. It's kind of got that survivor look to it, you know. I mean, it's their only original once.
Yep.
I mean, it's not smashed up or nothing. It's got a few dents in it and stuff.
Oh, but it's in very good body shape.
Yeah, for 1972, yeah.
Yeah, for 72.